Whenever you're ready.
Oh my God.
Jessica! I've never been called a fox!
Dana.
That's a classy name for a Harry.
I like it classic.
Okay.
Do you?
Welcome to the Rants and Raves podcast.
Sure.
Out with the bad and in with the good, motherfuckers.
That's right.
Jessica.
Dana.
Hi, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Welcome to the Rants and Raves podcast. I am Dana Powell.
I'm Jessica Young.
And
we are here to rant and rave.
Okay, it's almost been 2 years and I think we've hit perfection. Am I wrong?
No, it gets better each week.
It gets better each week.
It really does.
Jessica, are we going to have anything to talk about since we literally just, you and I got on StreamYard at 10:30. It is 12:12 and we haven't recorded a lick of our show.
I told Dana, sometimes our show could just be our green room dump. It might be a little TMI for people, even for us. But
maybe that's what we need to start our Patreon kickoff is you get to hear our green room dump.
Yes. Oh my God. we could make some serious bucks with that.
I mean, it might be a little TMZ-ish. Are you ready for that ride? We talked about everything from crime to my grandma. I mean, literally, we ran the gamut. Yes.
You're right. It started with crime and ended with grandma. I
think so. We talked about our friend Josh's hair. I mean, we talked about everything. He doesn't listen. He's never going to hear.
This is absolutely hilarious and so true.
Jessica and I saw each other in person.
We did. I don't even remember. I feel like it was the day
before
after
we recorded.
No, yes. And I think we talked about it. But
did we?
Every day runs into each other. Yes.
That's the thing. I can't remember anything anymore.
But it was a delight.
I literally said to Henry last night, we were sitting around and I go, "Oh, do you have to shower tonight?" And he goes, "Do I?" And I said, "Did you shower last night?" And he goes, "I don't know. Let's call Daddy." So we called Dan Tipton and he's like, "You guys, I wasn't home last night. I've been working overnights all week." We're like, "Oh, right. We're the only ones who know."
And we don't know.
And we definitely don't know. I was like, "Let me sniff your head. Let me look at your feet." That's what we got down to. And finally he was like, "I remember I did take a shower because I left my clothes on the floor and you made me put them away." I was like, "Yep, you did."
That is amazing. I love the going back and recounting his steps.
It took us forever. And even Dan was on the phone for a minute going, "Yeah, did he? I'm trying to remember. Where did we? Wait, I wasn't even home." I mean, none of us understand time anymore.
For real. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Did you have a good week?
I did.
That's it.
I'm like, I did.
I did. And that's all I'm going to say. Well, I don't have anything exciting to report either, except I'm on a CPAP machine. So welcome to Oldville.
But that is exciting because
it's very exciting for me.
You have been sleeping like a baby.
It is life-changing.
Mm.
My sleep doctor told me I was waking up 42 to 46 times an hour. And I said to him, I think I said this on the show. I know I should be devastated, but I don't think I've ever slept as an adult. And so this is my third night of sleep. And Jessica even said, "Oh, you look awake. You look bright this morning." And it's because I actually am getting sleep for the first time in my grown-up life.
It's a compliment. I always feel so scared to tell friends certain things because it's like, ooh, you never know what the circumstances are sometimes, or maybe this is the wrong thing. But no, I say it with love. Like, you look so bright-eyed and
thank you.
Completely well rested.
I feel like a different
well-deserved
human. Yeah, yes. So that's my exciting news for the week.
I love that.
Yeah.
It's really, really, really fantastic.
Thank you,
I'm
Jessica.
going for vegan sushi tonight.
That is so disgusting. I didn't even know that existed. What's
How
the
is it
point? How
disgusting?
is it? How are you having vegan raw meat?
You
Don't
are
tell me
not
I would
eating
love
meat.
it.
You never liked seafood to begin with.
That's correct.
It is all vegetables. It's
But I
vegan
also don't
sushi.
like vegetables. I just don't eat anymore.
But
I did have pepperoni pizza this weekend, and a little bit I was like, just don't think about it. It's one piece of pizza. It's like, and then I gave Henry my pepperonis.
Really?
Yeah. It's just my brains these days don't want to eat animals.
No, I understand.
It may change someday, and every once in a while.
Mhm.
But I told you I used to just eat chicken or fish if it came
Mhm.
out. I'm not a huge seafood eater, so that wasn't,
Right?
just some greasy fish and chips from Captain D's is about the extent of my palate. But yeah, even chicken and turkey. I used to be a big turkey eater. No, I love turkeys. We follow Tofu from Wolfgang on Instagram.
Yes,
How am I going to
yes.
eat turkey and think about little tofu?
I know.
I can't.
There's a
But then
turkey at the Gentle Barn he's real proud, and if you tell him he's handsome, he puffs up and he kind of does like a little dance.
Aw, that sounds like my cat Ollie.
Oh, I don't
Yeah,
want to eat Ollie. You don't need to worry about that.
well, and I don't want to eat tofu, like real tofu or the turkey.
Tofu is delicious. I'm sure that will be incorporated into at least one of the dishes we have tonight.
Tofu is okay, depending on what it's cooked with.
I
It's the
can't.
texture. I can't handle the texture.
So I wonder if instead of like silken tofu, if you would like the baked tofu, like Trader Joe's has baked teriyaki tofu.
Oh,
And so it's been marinated in like a teriyaki sauce.
see,
It's baked.
I might like that.
It's firm. It's not at all hard, but it's firm. And I'm not kidding you.
Is it
I
crumbles or is it
No,
blocks?
but it's blocks, but not as thick as like a silken tofu block.
Mhm,
And it's already been baked in the oven. And I take it out and cut it into like small cubes and I
mhm.
throw it into salad instead of meat. And it is absolutely delicious.
I bet that doesn't sound bad. I might
I
try that.
think
I'll
you
tell
would
you
like
what.
it.
I got the Trader Joe's meatless meatballs.
And
Amazing.
yes,
They're delicious.
it's
They taste
shocking.
charbroiled, like there's a
Yes,
smoky flavor. Ooh, it's good.
I know.
Even my kid ate it.
You didn't know,
He
right?
didn't. I didn't tell
Yeah,
him. He
they
just
don't
ate it.
know. There's so many things. Morningstar Farms.
I'm a big morning star. We do the chicken patties, we do the buffalo
Yes.
dippers, we
Yes.
do the
The breakfast sausage is legit.
I actually love fake bacon, believe it or not. I know a lot of people don't,
Made out
but
of coconut.
I don't know what it's Morningstar.
Mm.
And it's a little bit ridiculously pink looking.
Ugh,
But
ugh.
I think it tastes yummy. But I
Okay.
think it's also too because I haven't been eating stuff like that for so long, so I
Right.
can't really tell the difference anymore.
Well, I can't
The
wait
way
to
we
tell you
talk,
what spicy tuna is made out of next week.
what?
Meaning the vegan spicy
No,
tuna.
I
It's
don't
probably
need
like
to know.
marinated tomatoes, your another
Oh
favorite of
God,
yours.
Lord help me. No. Who's taking you to this place? Do they hate you?
No,
Who is
we
it?
are taking friends who
Oh,
are
do you hate
leaving
them?
town. No, one of the friends is a vegan, and the rest of us are not vegan, but we happily eat vegan. So,
Oh.
mhm.
I don't eat vegan because I'll still eat I can't really eat dairy because I'm lactose intolerant, but I'll eat eggs and stuff. I think being vegan is so hard.
I mean, yeah, but you know what? There's a lot of options nowadays, especially if you live in a city like we do,
Right.
admittedly.
Yeah.
Living in LA as a vegan is totally
It's
different
so
than if
much
you go to
easier.
like Knoxville, Tennessee, say.
Yeah.
I'm just pointing that out because I remember going there and thinking, does anyone in this town eat a salad? No?
I
Okay.
love it when I go
Got it.
somewhere like that or sometimes even Missouri and I look around and we all just have it's just a sea of brown plates. There's not a vegetable in sight.
Exactly. But seriously, there's way more options. When I was a kid, I think I may have mentioned this before ages ago. My mom had us become macrobiotic
Yeah.
for a
I
period
can't
of
believe that.
time.
It's so
I
crazy.
always say it's beyond vegan.
Yeah.
I mean, it is like a dookie beans, algae, and miso soup.
And
Okay.
I bet those Adookie beans taste like a dookie too. Ugh.
But now, like, I'm not kidding. You know where we need to go? I still have yet to go. And my friend who is vegetarian, not vegan, went. It's called Crossroads. It's like a renowned restaurant in West Hollywood. It's
Mhm.
all vegan. And my friend said, and she's very picky with food, she said, I'm telling you that the carbonara was so good that I questioned whether it was vegan or not.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Huh.
Paul McCartney. So Paul McCartney eats there quite a bit.
Interesting crossroads, huh? Like the
Hmm.
high school that Jack Black and our friend Rob Reines went to?
Exactly.
It's probably that
Yes.
area. Yeah.
Yes.
What a great name drop we just did.
I know.
I think we both met Jack Black at IO, didn't we? I know I
No,
did.
I met him at my apartment, my first
Oh,
apartment in
okay,
LA.
cool,
Uh-huh.
cool, right.
Uh-huh.
When he came over for coffee and dookie
Uh,
beans.
when he came over to reenact Tony Manero in the movie Staying Alive, and I will never forget it for as long as I live.
Funny.
No, my friends from college that I first lived with when I moved out here, my dear friend Erica, one of my dearest friends in the world, she and her boyfriend at the time worked on Tenacious D on the
Oh,
show.
yeah.
And so she became friendly with them, and Kyle from Tenacious D had a crush on Erica.
Oh,
So
they
I
were
remember,
always at IO, especially Kyle. I used to
uh-huh.
serve him all the time when I cocktailed.
I remember her like saying nonchalantly to me, "Oh, I think Kyle's gonna come over." I was like, "Okay," like not thinking. And she's like, "Oh, they should be here soon." I'm like, "Who's they?" And I opened up the blinds and I saw Jack Black, and I seriously almost fainted.
Yeah,
And
because
he was
Tenacious D
in
was
my
big.
apartment. Oh, we were obsessed.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
that's a
I'm a
good
big fan.
Hollywood
I know. I'm
story.
a big fan of Jack Black. I think he's hilarious. If you don't already follow him on Instagram, you're missing out.
Oh, well, his TikTok is real fun.
I'm
He does a
sure.
lot of dancing on his
And a lot
TikTok
of
and stuff.
cannonballs into the
Yes,
pool.
yes, yes. I love how much he enjoys his life in his home. He really does.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
We all should. I mean, we should be government issued pools, I think, if you live in California, don't you think?
Please make it happen.
I mean, we can swim at least
Proposition 482, all pools to people who have the
live.
room to put them in.
Yes, and 87% of the year is swim weather here, so it
Yes.
should be government issued pools.
That's how I can get down with this legislature. When are you running for office?
I really should. I'm a good arguer,
Yes.
but I can't lie. I don't want to lie that
I
well. That's my
know.
problem.
Well, looks like you just lost your chance.
Well, I'll work on it.
It's one of the requirements.
Get ready to start sussing out whether I'm lying about stuff because I'm on practice. I need a career switch. All right.
Powell for city council. It rhymes.
Yeah, oh, that sounds wretched. All right, let's get into this, should we?
Yes.
Real quick before we start,
Let's do.
will you tell people how to get a hold of us? Because we always forget.
Yep. I almost put that in the outline, and I'm like, no, I'll remember because we keep
No, I
saying
never
it.
do. When I used to do that outline, I had to put it in there, and
I
even still,
know.
sometimes I'd forget.
I need to start doing it too.
Well, I'm as bad as you are because I never remember.
You can find us on Facebook and Instagram, just like our friend Tara did for the rant that's about to come up.
Yeah.
You can find us at Instagram and Facebook at the Rants and Raves podcast. You can find us on Twitter at raves_the. You can send us an email directly at therantsandravespodcast@gmail.com or go to our website, www.therantsandravespodcast.com. We appreciate you. We love hearing from you. And this is a very short, to the point rant from our friend Tara from Milkmaid's Podcasts. People who smoke in drive-thrus. How dare you blow your smoke at the poor drive-thru workers and into their place of business?
I mean, I haven't seen that happen.
Ever?
I don't think so. Not
Oh,
that
I
I can
have.
remember, because especially out here in California, people really look down on smoking.
Yes.
Um, but I definitely know I used to have a writing partner that he lived on a second story and they kept their
Mhm.
windows open all the time.
Mhm.
And there was this kid that every day on his lunch hour would come and smoke out in his car. And it was so strong. Like, we could see the sun coming in the
Yep.
window, we could see the smoke.
Yep.
I can't fathom
S
blowing that into a restaurant, even if
Well,
it's fast food.
here's the problem, and even, like, sometimes I smoked for a long time, and I smoked a lot. I would light a cigarette, but I always had such guilt about smoking,
Yes,
especially
yes.
around others, um, that even if I had just lit one, I'd be like, "Shit." I'd be coming up to, like, get a coffee at Starbucks or something. I would throw it out because I felt bad. I'm like, "That does not, for the exact same reason, need to billow around and go into there." When I worked in retail in person in a store, we had our door open all the time, right? It's more inviting. People are more apt to come in when the door is already open. And
Mhm.
people would come by there and smoke and like linger. So we had
Mm-mm.
an awning. I don't know if they were trying to get a break from the sun or what. It was so rude. And even as a smoker, I would sometimes go out there and be like, "Excuse me, can you move down the block or
Yeah,
stand on the
that's
corner or
stinking up your
something?"
store and your products.
It reeked, and yes, it would come in, and we had a lot of textiles and things like that.
Yes.
Also, people are sensitive to smoke in general and don't love the smell, and something that's so weird to me, it's like, yes, it's no secret, most smokers are unaware and cannot
Right,
smell. I
they can
never
smell it.
smelled it on myself, but
Mhm.
you best believe that anytime somebody had, like, quickly smoked a cigarette and then come back
You
inside,
smell it, yeah.
holy crap. So now that I don't smoke, I'm like, every time I smell that smell, like that stale cigarette smell, I'm
It's
like,
stale, that's the thing, yeah.
yes, I'm like, oh my God, that's what I smelled like every time I got into someone's car. That's what I smelled like at work. But I used to like bathe myself in home fragrance.
Yeah, I don't
Antica
feel like I ever
Pharmacista,
smelled you. I
Aqua
don't.
or Orange Blossom. I'd get to a client's house and they'd hug me and go, "Oh, you smell so good." And I'd think, thank God.
What is it? Facatista?
Antica Pharmacista.
Is that some fancy parfum?
It's I think it's Italian based, but they are out of Seattle. It is the best line of home diffusers, and
Oh,
also they have home fragrance that you can like spray into the air. It's
wait, did
next
you
level. If you
spray
want to treat
home
yourself,
home fragrance on your body you
I
sprayed?
I bathed myself in it. Okay. Wait,
I do wanna
this
smell it, though.
okay, so I'm going to tell you two things about home fragrance. One, when I originally swore, by the way, I really have not smoked in 2 years. I'm not making this up.
Yeah,
But
congratulations.
thank you.
Yes.
But 10 years prior to when I quit, Alan and I, my husband and I, made a pact that we were quitting. Now, Alan kept that pact and
Uh-huh,
he never picked up a cigarette again.
uh-huh,
I, being the literal junkie that I was and am,
uh-huh,
would be on my way home. I was still smoking when I wasn't around him. I lasted like 6 weeks, which was torture, and then I just went back to it.
uh-huh.
I would pull into our neighborhood and then I'd be like, "Okay, I'm gonna have one more." You guys, I would add another 30 minutes to the time I was supposed to be home, driving around my neighborhood, chain smoking cigarettes. I would then, when I finally had packed in plenty, I would brush my teeth out the window of my car. I kept a toothbrush and toothpaste and a bottle of water, brush my teeth out the window of my car like a total trash bag. Then I would bathe, and I mean bathe myself and that Antica, and Alan finally lost it, like, after a couple of weeks of me doing that. He goes, "Do you think I'm stupid?"
Yeah.
He goes, "You reek." He goes, "Even when I kiss you, I can taste it coming out of
Yeah.
your throat." He goes, "And you smell like a French brothel." He goes, "You're not fooling anyone."
Mm.
And I remember being mortified, but then I just went back to smoking, okay?
Well, it's
Now,
addictive. It's addictive.
to finish up as far as the home fragrance as a personal fragrance,
Uh-huh.
there's also a French company called, and pardon the pronunciation, L'Occitane, L'Occitane. There's one in
La
Beverly Hills, but they're
La
like
Acetane. I call it
L'Occitane.
La Acetane.
I
I
don't
know what
even
you
know how
mean.
to say it.
Soaps and fragrances
Yes.
and lotions and
And they're like in malls around the country. It's a
yeah,
really nice
it's
company.
nice. Yeah.
So I had been wearing their Clementine perfume for a very long time. And I went into the Beverly Hills store and I looked everywhere. I used to work in Beverly Hills. So I was like, where is it? I went up to an employee and I said, hey, I go, are you guys out of the Clementine perfume? They're like, we don't have Clementine perfume. So I'm going to make a long story short, meaning a long argument short. I was so incensed. I'm like, cool. Can you get somebody here that does know? Because I was certain that this employee was just new to the company and didn't know. I think I spoke to 3 different people, and yes, it escalated with each employee that I spoke with. I was so insistent and so angry, and I said, "Are you freaking telling me something that I've been wearing for years? I guess I should have brought the empty bottle in to prove it to you." Blah, and I just went on and on and on. A 4th employee heard me and said, "Excuse me, ma'am, are you referring to our home fragrance?"
After you had said I've been wearing it for 10 years.
Dana, it was a home spray. It was never intended to be worn on human skin. And I was wearing it like it was Coco Chanel number 5. Okay?
How indignant.
So I've got a long history of wearing home fragrance as perfume. It's a lot of bang for the buck.
I bet it is. I'm
But
not joking because there's a home fragrance spray at Target that I love that is an aloe and bergamot spray.
yeah,
And I
amazing.
constantly am like, I want to wear this as perfume.
So I will tell you, and I cannot speak to that one because I don't know what's in it. I did call Antica Pharmacista because I used to order it for the store I worked at. And I said, listen, I have a really serious question. I'm not trying to be dumb here. I wear your home fragrance, but customers keep asking me what perfume I'm wearing, and I don't feel right telling them they can do that unless I know it's safe.
Safe, yeah.
Am I wrong in assuming that if it's safe enough for me to spray in the air and then breathe in, that it's okay to put on my skin? And they started dying laughing. They said it's absolutely safe. And we actually used to also sell it as perfume. We just didn't really sell perfume. So we just got rid of the perfume label. Now it's just home fragrance. But yes, it's alcohol based. Most of it.
That's what I would assume. Yeah.
Yes. So,
Good to know. Here I come, Target.
okay. But
I'm be smelling like aloe and bergamot.
Alan hated the orange blossom one I used to wear because
Oh, really?
he said that it smelled like his aunt's musty, mildewed basement.
That is very specific and insulting to you and your aunt.
I know.
That's interesting because I read an article once that women tend to gravitate towards floral smells, which I don't think I do, but maybe I do. And men actually gravitate towards more citrusy smells.
Mm-hmm. See, I normally wear citrus and very clean stuff like aloe. That is like, I'm delighted thinking about that because it's a very clean smell.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? I know that seems dumb. Like another Antica scent is aqua. You think like water doesn't have a smell. No, it doesn't. But it's just like candles that are labeled as sea salt or ocean. There's a very clean, fresh
This
scent.
is so random, but I literally, while you took your second PP break, I was looking. Your tongue's out. You go, Why are you telling everybody that I keep quiet? It's not your fault we've been on here for 6 hours already. Anyway, I was reading this article that said There is a name. I should have took a bit. I'll find it again. But there is a name for the smell of that after rain smell.
Ooh.
Like when it rains, you can smell it.
Yes.
And you smell it coming, and you said there's a scent, there's a specific name for it. But what causes it, this is why I got so excited.
Yes.
There is an oil that plants and grass secrete that when the water hits it, it releases, it creates that scent.
What?
It creates that scent of rain, grass in the rain.
This is fascinating.
Isn't it?
Yes. There's actually a candle that smells like that.
Is it close?
It is what close?
Like to this real scent?
100% is the real
What's
scent.
this candle? I need it.
I think it's called Ethic Supply Company. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
And they do a series of national parks, and it's the Joshua Tree candle.
A series of national parks. That's interesting.
Yeah. And like they have a Yellowstone candle, a Joshua Tree, Acadia, which is in Maine, and all that. They're amazing. I gave one to my neighbor, and she to this day has never lit it. I'm like, girl, I'm never giving you a candle again.
I used to be that person.
She goes, I like to keep it in the box, and then I just open it and smell it.
I know. And I would be scared to burn it because then it would go away. I also used to do that with perfumes and lotions. I'd be like, it's so expensive and I'm never going to be able to get it again. I just want to string it out. And then one day it's like, oh, this smells like pure alcohol.
Right.
And you never wore it because like, what a dum-dum.
Totally.
I try not to do that anymore. And I also did that with stickers. Like, what's my hang up? I've got some kind of poor kid PTSD.
Hilarious.
I never wanted to use my stickers because then once you use them, they're gone.
I did that too. I'm serious. I was like real particular with that.
I mean, I still love stickers, and I guess I still don't stick them on things. I mail them to people.
Mm-hmm.
That's one of my favorite things to just throw in an envelope.
Oh, yeah. I just sent my dad a new big pack of stickers because he is the king of stickers on mail. And he had said, I'm kind of low on stickers. I haven't been able to find any fun ones lately. Well,
did you go to Amazon and get one of those 500 sticker packs for $5.99?
No, but I should. I even thought of enrolling him in a sticker club, which they do exist.
I have some of the coolest stickers I've ever owned because of Amazon packs like that. In fact, last year for Christmas, I bought our little friend Kate, much to my own chagrin, but you get people things they love. I bought her
Taylor Swift stickers.
Huge packet of Taylor Swift stickers. Huge. There were probably over 100, 200 stickers in there.
Wow.
And it was like $5, she listens now. She's gonna know. It's not the only thing I got her, guys. But yeah, you should have him look on Amazon. Just have him type in like weird stickers or goofy stickers.
Okay.
One of my favorite stickers is the one that I refuse to use, but I'll just tape it on my shirt sometimes. I know it's weird.
What is it of?
It's a pigeon with a baseball cap on backwards and sunglasses. It's my favorite.
I love it.
I love it so much. I don't want to ruin it.
That's really cute.
Oh my God. How did we go from our rant?
Because I was saying that I used to bathe myself in home fragrance, so I didn't reek
because of the smoke.
We will end this rant with this. If you're going to smoke in this day and age, and I can say this, then you go away from people, okay?
Yes.
I always did this. Now it's different. If you're with a friend or you're in an area that's a smoking area, fine, go hog wild. But you go away from people eating, you go away from a place of business, you go away from if there was ever a kid, oh my God, I would literally run so I wouldn't get near or have any of it waft near the child's nose.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, I used to literally hide and kind of duck down by the dumpster behind our store because I was so ashamed that I was smoking because I knew how turned off people were to it. So I'm not trying to shame anyone. I've been there. But
when I was in college, my mom had a nose like a hound dog. Like she smelled everything and I smoked. And what I would do is wrap myself in something. So like
Mhm.
I would take a shawl or a blanket, put it over my head and hair, and then
Yes.
wrap myself like a little swaddled baby so that I could
Uh-huh.
peel that stink fest off
Uh-huh.
before I went home.
Oh, yeah. I would do that when we were in Canada visiting Alan's family, and I would go outside in a blizzard
Yeah.
in my coat, and then I would leave the coat outside in the snow so that I wouldn't bring the stink back in the
Smelling. Yeah.
house.
I mean, if we're behaving like that, it's probably a good sign that we should quit. But,
Uh,
it's
eh,
addictive. What are you going to do? It's addictive. It's all right. Listen, do what you got to do. Everybody can make their own decisions, but be respectful of others. Like the thought of somebody
absolutely.
blowing it into a drive-through is absolutely abhorrent to me. Don't do
Yes.
that to somebody. They're busy and stressed anyway. I always get mad about the way people treat people in drive-throughs because
Yes.
I'm sorry, but the amount of multitasking those people have to do, there are some legitimate CFOs that couldn't for the life of them do
100%.
what people in a drive-through do. They
That's
are
why
they're doing 12 things at once.
yep. That's why I love Undercover Boss.
Oh, do they do drive-through stuff?
They take the CEO or CFO or
Oh, and
whatever
have them
of
go. Yeah.
huge corporations, and they go undercover, like
Yeah.
literally they have a team do them up, and maybe you do get, say it was the CEO of McDonald's or something, then you would be
Mhm.
trained to be on the fry
Good,
line
they should
or to
know.
work at, and then they get a whole different perspective.
Mhm.
They're talking and hearing from employees as a peer, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And then at the end, they reveal themselves. You got to watch the show if you've never seen it. They
I've seen
reveal
trailers, but I've
themselves
never
and they
watched it.
say, Dana, I'm the CEO of this company, and I cannot believe your passion, your drive, and your dedication. And you have taught me so much. We're going to give you a raise. And I also know that you were trying to put your son through medical school. We're going to help with that and finish the cost of his tuition.
That's so cool.
Things like that. It's
Yeah.
amazing. It's amazing. Like, I'm saying that in particular, there was a man that worked at a hotel 7 days a week and was
Ugh.
putting his son through medical school and
Aw.
had a smile on his face and never complained and had been there forever. And thank God the CEO was like, "You're getting a 2-week all expense paid vacation." They sent him somewhere amazing, and they
Aw.
said they were going to cover his son's medical school
Oh my God,
and
that's
insist that he
amazing.
only work 5 days a week and give him a rate, and all that kind of stuff. But
That is
great
amazing.
show. As an aside, great show.
I love that.
Me too.
Don't be
Thank you, Tara.
Yeah, don't be blowing smoke on anybody.
Exactly.
Rude. All right. Well, my rant this week, although last week may have been my own rant too. I can't remember. I've been real ranty lately, guys. Because I was like, Jessica, there is an epidemic happening and it needs to stop. It is the middle finger epidemic, flying the bird, whatever you want to call it, flipping people off. What's
Uh-huh.
more slang for it? Middle,
Go to
whatever.
hell.
Yeah. We all know in America, when you put your middle finger up and leave all the rest of them down, that means
F you.
F you. It means it. And it's a quick way to be rude to people in a it's profanity, in my opinion,
Mhm.
because that's what it stands for, right?
Yep.
Now, I'm a grown up. If you're going to flip me off, you're going to make me mad for sure. If that's your
Okay.
intent, you succeeded.
Uh-huh.
But where I have an issue with it is it's just using the F word at somebody and running away. So you like drop I'm going to make at least a portion of your day unpleasant because you don't
Mhm.
walk away from somebody flipping you off and just go, oh,
Mhm.
well. You go, what did I do? No, fuck
Right.
you. Hey, come back here. And then your whole day, right? Is
Yes.
for as long as you can't let it go, Dana, it's going to ruin your day. But where it absolutely, to use what you said, because we kind of discussed it last night, it
Mhm.
incenses me
Yes.
because I have a child in my car. Now, you may be saying, Dana, if you're getting flipped off constantly, maybe there's a common denominator and you need to check yourself before you wreck yourself. I would say you could be right, but I'm also saying that it's not just when someone flips me off.
No.
If you flip someone off in your car or on the street, I'm sorry, but other people can see.
Yes.
My kid can see you, grown 60-something-year-old woman who looks like a professor driving a Lexus who put her finger out her sunroof to flip someone off.
No, ma'am.
Yes.
Out the sunroof. That's a special kind of special.
It was like you went out of your way to roll your sunroof, like, because she thought I cut her off. Jessica, I don't pull in front of somebody because I have a child unless there's 2 car lengths. Okay. And if you're going to go slow and leave 2 car lengths and people keep getting in front of you, yeah, I'm going to go around you. Because you're the reason traffic's bad. Because we're all sitting behind you wondering why we ain't going nowhere. And everybody beside us is. And we can't even get over around you. It incenses me when people leave car lengths ahead of them and just let people get in, and I can't go anywhere. And then you got the balls to flip me off because I want to go the speed limit. If you're sitting on coast on the freeway and you're going 35 into 65, I'm done with you.
I might be the person that you want to flip off.
But see, that's the thing. It's clear I have an anger issue. But I don't use the bird.
No.
And the main reason I don't is for all the things I said. It's so disrespectful and rude, and it's a shitbag bomb. It's like you put on somebody, you drop it, and you upset someone, and then you walk away. Well, if you are gonna have the balls to be FU to me, then you better stick around for what's coming.
Okay.
You stick around and you eat this Powell scowl, because I'm going to stare at you for a while.
I find it violent, even though it's hopefully never comes to someone laying hands on someone. I find it like an assault or like violent to do something like that. The same way it is to be like, fuck you, or scream profanities at someone or flick the bird.
It's
like,
not necessary.
No.
You can be angry and believe me, I don't have to move a muscle on my face for you to see that I am severely mispleased with you. Mispleased? That's not a word.
Displeased.
Displeased with you. Like, it doesn't take any symbolism whatsoever for you to look at me and know I hate you. Okay? I don't have to use the bird. It's not necessary.
Right.
I ain't the smartest bulb out there, clearly. What is it? What did they say? The smartest tool
in the shed.
But it's not smartest, the sharpest tool in the shed.
You're right.
You know that saying. I'm not the smartest brain in the sausage. You know that saying. But I'm smart enough to know how to communicate without using profanity around children.
Of course.
And like, I don't want to have to repeatedly explain to my son why a full-grown adult is saying F you with their finger to people, even when they make a mistake. And that's where the epidemic happens here in LA right now. Do it with their fingers and their tongues. And I don't like it. It's not necessary.
No,
and what made me so upset, Jessica, and here's where I'm going to get real serious. It bothered me.
Mm-hmm.
It made me grouchy.
Mm-hmm.
I picked up my son. I brought him home. I was doing something else, and he came up to interrupt me. And because I was grumpy, I snapped at him.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, do you not see that mommy's trying to get something done here? That sweet, precious child was so hurt he cried because I don't talk to him like that. I make a concerted. I made my precious.
And obviously it had nothing to do with him.
It had
but
nothing to do with him. And I made him cry. I am not joking you when I said, Mommy needs to go somewhere. I'll be right back. I drove up the street to the 7-Eleven. I bought him a Kit Kat, a king-size Kit Kat. And I came home and I said, how Mommy talked to you was not right. And I'm so sorry. And I would never in a million years want to hurt your feelings. I know we're under a lot of stress. The world is insane. I get it. We all know this. But you have to remember, you are not the only one stressed out. The
Nope.
world is stressed out. We are all at our max. And when you go flying birds in front of kids and whoever else, when it's your fault, or if it's not, even if I did something and it's my fault, do I really deserve for you to go, fuck you?
Right.
I don't think so. I'm not,
Yeah.
you didn't just pour a new concrete driveway and I'm stomping through it with moon boots. No, nothing's happening here that is worth ruining your day, my day, and my kids. And part of it's my fault and part of it's your fault. Stop behaving like children. Your life is hard, so is mine. Suck it up. We all got places to go. You don't need to be giving people the bird and ruining their day, because right now it doesn't take a lot to ruin somebody's day.
No, it does not.
People are unemployed. We're about to go into massive shortages on supply chains. People are losing loved ones still. We're trying to pretend we're out of COVID. We're not. People are dying every day. You are not the center of the picture. You are pushing people past their limits. Period. Stop it. Just stop it. Stop being mean.
Yes.
Just stop it. Just stop being mean. I'm going to try too. But, my go-to is not mean. But when you're going to jump from I'm annoyed with you to F you, we're all taking a leap. Believe me. It's going to make me mad. And that's your intention, is to make me mad and drive away.
I think you need to get some oxygen to your brain. And
I think you're right.
Yes.
Insane. It's crazy. So anyway, you explain cleansing breath, because now I'm actually legitimately angry.
Oh my God. I think this is only the second time ever in the history of our show. This is amazing. And I feel so honored. If you are joining us for the first time, we like to rant out all the bad, whether it's important, not important, just annoying. It doesn't matter. It's the things that drive us wild, right?
Yeah, it hit real hard today for me.
We like to get all that out and then fill up with some fun and some goodness, okay? And some wonderment. So if you're alone, feel free to let it out as loud as you want. Scream if you want. We're going to take a deep breath in.
I'm going to mute myself and do it on my own, because you best believe I'm screaming today. Okay, go ahead.
I'm still holding my breath and out. And she is screaming. This is a time where I do wish that we could film just a second or two of us. We are on film, but you guys are never going to see it.
Never going to see this. I did. I screamed. I'm home alone. There's only the animals in the house, and they're used to it. All right, let's get to a corner.
All right, y'all. Today, I am bringing you an excuse me corner from upi.com. Now, the title of this article really says it all. No, it's going to get Dana going. Testicle bath birth control device earns Germany's Dyson Prize. Yes, you heard that correctly.
All of it is so much. I didn't even know there was a Dyson Prize.
Me neither. And I wonder if it's the company Dyson, like that does the vacuums and
because
all that.
because they have the guy that does the commercials, and he's got like that Nordic. Is it Nordic?
Well, Germany's not Nordic, but okay.
But isn't Dyson Nordic though? Isn't the Dyson guy?
I don't know if this is attached to him or not.
Oh, okay, let's see.
A German investor's unique ultrasound testicle bath birth control device for men took the top prize at the country's James Dyson Award. Rebecca Weiss, an industrial design graduate from the University of Munich and inventor of the COSO male birth control device, was named Germany's winner of this award, which celebrates, encourages, and inspires the designers of new problem-solving ideas.
So it doesn't mention Dyson vacuums then?
No.
Okay.
The COSO, C-O-S-O, uses an ultrasound testicle bath to temporarily stop sperm mobility. The device only needs to be used every few months to keep the sperm inert and prevent eggs from being fertilized during sex.
Wait, so we boil their balls every few months? Is that what's happening?
I guess. Weiss said the inspiration for the device came after she was diagnosed with precursor cervical cancer, which has been tied to oral contraceptive pills.
Are you serious?
Yeah, there's a
Wait,
lot of
HPV?
no, not
Okay.
necessarily cervical cancer. I
Which
mean, HPV
HPV
can lead
can lead
to
to that. Okay.
yes.
Yeah.
When my partner and I were looking for an alternative method, we became aware of the lack of male contraceptives.
Mhm.
This problem is not unique to me personally. It affects many others as well, as it is made evident in the current growing public discussion about the lack of contraceptive alternatives. Weiss said the lack of male birth control options led her to develop a new contraceptive approach for men in my master's thesis. The inventor said she is hoping the Dyson Award will help obtain funding to put the COSO through clinical trials. As Germany's winner of the Dyson Award, Weiss is now shortlisted for the International Award, which carries a $45,000 prize. I don't know why they felt the need to put that in there, but they
I
did.
want to know what happens to the balls.
Well,
What's the soak mean? Because this is clearly not the same soak you and I have been talking about.
stop it right now.
Because everybody knows what soaking is, right?
I don't
Did we
think
talk about
so.
this on the show? See, here's where my inability to sleep my whole life, I'm hoping that this is going to catch up. And because you're like, Dana, you talked about this last week. I'm like, Jessica, you don't understand. I don't remember what I said 5 minutes ago. I'm hoping that my sleep is going to catch up with me and I can operate as a real human. When you have to ask your 10-year-old what day it is every day, you know you've got a problem.
Hilarious.
But I swore I had talked to you about soaking, but maybe I had talked to my
No,
baby
it was
sister.
your sister. Uh-huh.
I wonder. Okay, so soaking is, I guess the Mormon kids are using it, feeling like they're still virgins. It's where there's penetration. It's a male and a female, and there's penetration, but they don't move. And sometimes they'll have a friend come in and shake the bed, and then they can still consider themselves virgins. It's called soaking.
Shake the bed.
Mm-hmm. Because they're not moving, so they're not.
I cannot. I cannot.
Who you gonna ask to come and shake your bed while you lay inside your lady?
All I do is immediately think of Kenan Thompson, and I think it was Maya Rudolph.
Mm-hmm.
When they did Peaches and Herb. You can put it in a little bit, just the tip.
Just a tip. Yeah.
Not okay. Okay.
So not the same thing, but it doesn't really explain how it works, does it?
It is like it almost looks like a smaller version of if you had a paraffin tub. Remember that was a big thing to soak your hands in paraffin?
Oh, it feels wonderful.
All right. It was great until my friend who's 6'7" walked in and not like on purpose maliciously kicked it, but he was just walking at a regular rate. And I had it plugged in by my front door because I'm smart like that. And he hit it with his size 20 shoe and the entire thing flew. And it always thereafter looked like they filmed CSI in my apartment because the wax molted into the carpet and you could not get it out. Okay.
I know how to get that out. I watch a lot of TikToks.
Well, I wish I knew that before Jack Black came over to that apartment. No, but you know why I think it's similar? You know, for real, that men, and this is not an old wives' tale, that one of the things, if people had a low sperm count or people going through infertility, like a hot tub is not great for the testicles, right?
Oh, okay.
As far as that, so there would be things like don't wear underwear that's so snug, don't
I do remember
spend
that.
prolonged time in a hot tub, la la la. So when I read this, I'm like, you know what? It's kind of like a mini hot tub for your testes.
So you just heat up their balls and they can't go around making babies everywhere.
I guess.
It cooks that batter, makes it into sperm cakes. And those aren't usable.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Haven't you ever heard sperm called baby batter? You cook
No.
that up into
But
some.
now I will excuse myself to go vomit profusely. Okay.
Whatever. You and I came up with some of the dirtiest boys in the world. Not much
It's
can
true.
phase us.
It's really true.
I learned about snowballing when I was 24 from 6 giant men in a group called Big.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes.
We should move on. I've already gotten myself in enough trouble today. I think that's amazing, though. There really does need to be more work done on how men can kind of have some responsibility in that,
100%.
especially if we're not a political podcast, but especially if the government's going to start putting rules on my body. Let's get
Yes.
some for the boys too.
Okay.
Let's hear it for the baked boys.
Go.
All right, my turn.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, guess what corner I have?
I don't know. What do you have?
Oh, Jessica, you might be a fan of this corner. I've got a weirdo of the week.
You're weird. You're so very weird. Why must you bring your weirdness here?
Oh, so lovely. It just makes me want to lay down and take a nap, light my rain candle, and listen to the chimes of your vocal cords. I love it. This is from the New York Post. This is written by Jackie Sallow not that long ago. And I have to say, I am just crazy enough that this could easily be me. Missing man joined the search party for himself. That's the title. I mean, literally, it could just say, Dana joined the search party for herself, and no one would be surprised. A Turkish man reported missing in a forest ended up joining the search operation for himself.
I can't.
It just makes me laugh. According to a mind-bending new report. Ooh, I like the language. Okay. Beyhan Matulu, 50, who lives in the northwestern Bursa province, was believed to be missing Tuesday after he wandered away drunk in the forest from his group of friends.
Oh my God.
I mean, legitimately, can you see drunk Dana on like Rose Prosecco being like, let's find her. You guys, let's find Dana. Oh my God. With search efforts underway, Matulu ended up joining a group of volunteers who were helping authorities look for him. But when the volunteers began shouting his name, Matulu became confused and asked whom they were trying to locate. I am here, he reportedly told them.
I mean,
once police learned the man joined his own search party, they gave him a ride home. I mean, maybe arrest him if he's so drunk. I'm glad you drove him home. He definitely shouldn't be driving. That's the end of the story.
It's ridiculous. Okay.
It makes me laugh. 100% that could so easily be me, and not even drunk. Just like, I want to help, guys. Who are we looking for? Dana? Okay. Dana! It's funny.
Oh God, I love it so much.
I did too. That made me feel better from my angry tirade. This show is so embarrassing. It's actually not. It's not super horrible that we don't have millions of fans, because I feel like we're so open about what we talk about and what we say, to the point of like people could report me and maybe have me institutionalized. But let's keep it between the 700 of us, okay?
Oh my word.
Let's move into the happier stuff.
Let's do it.
I'm really glad that they found Matulu, though.
Somebody needs to give him a virgin cocktail the next time they're out.
Yeah, especially if he's gonna wander out into the forest.
Okay.
Give him that Shirley Temple.
Oh my God. Today, my rave is called Becca's Closet, and both of our raves are kind of about repurposing things, and I thought it was a great time considering most of my friends that have high school age kids, it's homecoming right now around the
Mhm.
country this month. So lots of events, lots of dances, lots of people needing dresses,
Yep.
things like that. So this rave is called Becca's Closet. beccascloset.org is the website. Becca's Closet is a national nonprofit organization that donates formal dresses to high school girls who cannot afford to purchase them. Becca's Closet also awards scholarships to deserving high school seniors who have demonstrated exemplary service to their communities. So I love that. It started as a
Love it.
dress thing, and
Yes.
now they additionally provide scholarships that people can
So
apply
awesome.
for. The organization was created to honor the work of Rebecca Kurtman, who passed away in an automobile accident in August 2003. She was very young. I don't remember her age, but she was very young when she died.
Mhm.
In the spring of 2003, Becca single handedly collected and distributed over 250 prom dresses to needy girls in South Florida so they could attend their high school proms.
I love
There,
that so much because
yes,
because
she was
I'll
a high
be
school student and did that.
I love it because I'll be honest, I didn't go to dances when I was a kid. Partially because boys didn't want to ask me.
Shut it.
But also because I knew that we struggled financially and I
Mhm.
didn't want to ask my parents for a dress.
Yeah.
I just was that kind of kid, you know?
No, totally. I think it's this hits home for
Yeah,
a lot of people in
I
many
think so.
ways.
Yeah.
There are volunteer led Becca's Closet chapters in communities throughout the US. Each chapter functions a little differently. Go to the Find a Chapter page of our website to locate a chapter near you and contact that chapter for information on how to get a dress. You will be required to provide proof of current high school enrollment. So on the site, they have something where you can apply for the scholarship. And the purpose of this scholarship is to encourage students who have demonstrated outstanding community service in high school to continue their efforts throughout their lives and inspire others to do the same.
Wow.
It's really cool that they're doing that. Also, as far as starting one, we always talk about this. There is one in Los Angeles. I looked. They're in about, I'd say, 20 states around the
Wow.
country, but definitely something that you can look into.
Also,
And
if it's not in your state, maybe something you want to try and reach out and have your own chapter.
that's right. So I was trying to find this. Oh, here we go. The guidelines. But this is something to consider. And for real, I do think sometimes people are not realizing this. We have good intentions when we donate, but like nobody wants the dress that your grandmother wore to your brother's wedding. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
So, they are looking for current styles, like something
Right.
that girls would wear currently. They do not want business suits, wedding gowns, pantsuits, undergarments, or worn out shoes. It's obvious for
They're
things
going
like this.
somewhere nice. They want to feel
Yes, they want something
pretty.
gently used. It seems
Yes.
silly, but people have
No.
to make that clear.
Mhm.
Clean items, they need to have been properly cleaned. And then also, they always are looking for accessories. So, costume jewelry, purses, shoes. Also, how many people I know from some of my clients over the years wore items once for an event? You would never
Totally.
even know it was worn.
Yeah.
Same with when you go to some of these upscale resale shops in LA, you can buy designer everything
Yeah.
in mint condition,
Mhm.
right? Also, a lot of
Yeah.
the studios, they buy it. People had a fitting, it's never used, or the actor wore it once and then
Right.
it's
But you're totally right.
done.
Sometimes they buy 6 or 7 different things and they only use one. So those other
Yes,
5 or 6 things have never even been worn.
exactly.
Yeah.
So please consider donating when you have a dress that you bought for a special occasion that you're like, yeah, I wore this to a wedding or a bar mitzvah or whatever, a graduation, whatever kind of party or celebration. If you are not going to use it again, and donate it sooner than later so that it's not 10 years from now when we're all going through our closets and it's totally dated and nobody wants it or moths have gotten to it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's beautiful and I think it's okay that some girls want to feel like a princess for those
Yes,
things. Like,
exactly.
if you don't, you don't. That's fine. But there are some girls who do, and it's expensive.
Mhm.
Dresses are so expensive.
Crazy expensive.
I mean, I've owned cars in my lifetime that cost less than some of those dresses. Now, sometimes I drove some bangers, but still, I love that. Thank you for bringing that, Jessica.
Yes.
Okay, my rave is makes me giggle, but I also just love it. It's called I'm raving about Ween Dream. It's weendream.org. And Ween Dream is an all volunteer 501c3 nonprofit that gives free Halloween costumes to children in need across America.
Mhm.
I cannot handle it. Ween Dream gives costumes to kids from all over America who are faced with unique challenges, including those with special needs, physical and or mental disabilities, homeless children, kids living in poverty or at shelters, children with serious medical issues, kids in the foster care system, and kids who have experienced a recent trauma or natural
Mm.
disaster. Since Ween Dream began in 2014, over 13,500 Weensters have received costumes in 38 states.
Aw.
I'm going to read you a little bit more here, but I just want to say this touches my heart so much because I think most of you know, if you're new to our podcast and didn't follow me on my previous podcast, you may not know, but my son was born 10 weeks premature. He was in the NICU for 5 weeks. So
Mhm.
I had my baby at what is that, 7 months? And they made
Yeah.
me go home 2 days later, and I did not get to come home with my baby.
Mhm.
So my tummy was empty. My baby was miles away from it. Was traumatic. And
Yes.
there's a group of women that make preemie Halloween costumes because my son was born in
Oh.
October,
Mhm.
and they go there early in the morning before any of the parents arrive. I mean, parents can come whenever they want, but generally speaking,
Yes.
we would all show up about 7 or something
Mhm.
like that. And they go in before that and they dress all the NICU babies in
That's
costumes.
so cute.
So when you arrive, it feels like you're having Halloween with your baby. And
Yes.
I cannot tell you emotionally how much that made me feel normal and
Uh-huh.
happy and gave me a small respite from the fear I was having
Yes.
and the anxiety of being a crazy woman separated from her baby.
Mhm.
I can't tell you how amazing it was. So, I want to read you what they accept, but I also pulled up this other page real quick. Hold on. It's back for 2021. If you have any questions or want to sign up for our newsletter, please email Allie, ALLI, at weendream.org. Please go to their website because they've got pictures on here. And if you want to cry the happiest tears and go, oh, just as hard as you can, that's what will happen when you look at these pictures. I mean, they're precious. I love it. So here they began in 2014, like we said, but I want to tell you what they accept. How come I know how to use my phone until I have to? Here we go. Send your costumes to our New Orleans headquarters and we will match it to a child in need this Halloween. So please send new or gently used complete costumes, which, by the way, after Halloween, those things go on sale 75, sometimes 90% off. What a great time to buy a bunch of costumes you don't need
Uh-huh.
and donate them brand new to somebody like Ween Dreams.
Yep.
I mean, amazing. Anyway, costumes still in the original packaging, new unused wigs, tutus, wings, wands, capes, masks, superhero props, handmade costumes, dance recital costumes. Oh, that's
Did you
interesting
just
too.
say handmade costume? Oh, handmade, like
Yeah.
homemade.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying like handmade, like as in the Handmaid's Tale. I'm like, that is so inappropriate.
No, did I say it weird?
You said handmade costumes, and I was like, Offred?
How do
What?
you say handmade?
You're right. It's just the
It just
connotation.
didn't. Okay, maybe I did say it weird. I sometimes I emphasize weird things, like I say Taco Bell. How do you say it?
Hilarious.
Most people say Taco Bell, right?
Yes.
No, I say Taco Bell because that's
That's
what you go there for. You ain't going for bells.
hilarious.
We've gotten off track.
Oh my God.
Unopened makeup sets, costumes for wheelchairs is a big one. Which there are so many creative people out there. Every year, I have a girlfriend that her little boy is in a wheelchair, and they come up with the best costume. I just
Mhm.
love it. Please do
So
not
cute.
send unwashed, dirty costumes, incomplete costumes that are missing vital parts, costumes with holes, stains, rips, tears. I mean, this should be obvious. um, Here's some of their most requested choices, and I just want to say, we'll get out of here after this, but they get heavy requests for superheroes and villains like Black Panther, Wonder Woman, Harley Quinn,
Mhm.
Batman, all those, Deadpool, Avengers, Iron Man. Professions, they like police
Mhm.
officers, doctors, veterinarians, soldiers, firefighters, Disney princesses and characters,
Mhm.
television characters, Paw Patrol, Five Nights at Freddy. That's one my kid's into. That's
What?
like a scary kid thing. Anyway, Doc McStuffins, Descendants, Trolls, Minions, Harry Potter, Star Wars, all these things kids are going to like. That's what they're really
Yes.
looking for. So, anyway, I love it so much. You can email them at info@weendream.org. You'd be shocked how much this kind of thing means to not just
Yes.
the children, but the parents as
Of
well.
course. And I'm sorry if you already said this, but Halloween is upon us. And when this episode airs, it will be the week of Halloween. So
Yes.
they gather stuff through August of each year, but it says on their site that even if you have missed the cutoff for this year, to please send it because they accept things year round.
Oh, yeah, I'm
So
sure. That's why
if
I'm
there's
saying
something at school that goes on or a camp activity or anything where kids are dealing with costumes or using things, you guys, again, I'm sorry, but I'm such a big proponent of this. Please don't just bag stuff up and drop it off at a Goodwill where half of it ends up in the trash
in
or they're
trash.
overloaded.
Yeah.
There are
Especially if you have nice
organizations.
things that people really
Yes.
need. Yeah.
This is so specific, and you might think like, ah, my kid outgrew this. I don't have any friends with kids this age anymore, and you toss it. I understand. Ween dreams.
Yes. And it also says if you don't have any used costumes, how else can you help? Lots of ways.
Mhm.
We rely on public donations. We pay for our rental space, insurance, costume supplies, all of that. So you can donate. There's a button for that. You can also like and follow them on Facebook, Twitter, or Instagram. You can volunteer your office or
Uh-huh.
something, your place of work as a drop off location, and then they can send it to their headquarters.
Yep.
Something you can do right now is invite your friends to like their Facebook page so they can spread the word about donations. So there's ways to help without having
Mhm.
costumes and stuff like that as well. So check them out. Again, it's weendream.org, which I think is so cute.
It is so cute.
Aw, Jessica,
Dana,
I think that's our show.
I think it is.
We have been talking to one another for 10:30, 11:30, 12:30, 4 hours.
If I'm telling you, you guys, if we had been rolling the whole time, we could have had 4 episodes banged out in one day.
I mean, kind of. I feel bad.
Don't be silly.
I mean, it's a lot. Okay. Well, anyway, that's the end of our show. At the end of our show, we usually like to talk about what we're interested in, what we're liking, what we're looking at. Jessica and I have talked about this before, but I don't know. It's getting bigger. There's a lot more shirtless pics. Got to tell you guys, follow Asher House.
Oof.
Ooh, animal rescue. He got his rescue, his
Yes.
sanctuary is getting set up in Oregon. And that part, I love.
It's
He's
so
got some
awesome.
llamas. He just took in 10 piggies, I think, that he rescued. He's got his rescue parrot that he rescued. He's got, God, I think he's got 17 dogs now.
Oh my God.
But anyway, it's all on donation and stuff. And the man is very easy on the eyes.
Yes. He's a great person. He
He's
is dedicating all
wonderful.
the time to this. He loves these animals so much. And
Like,
yeah,
I'm sure every woman is madly in love with him, and he will never have a place in his heart for a woman, I don't think.
I know.
He loves his animals too much.
I know.
And he's so precious, and he spreads such a good, positive energy.
Yes.
And he literally started out on an old school bus he renovated
Yep.
and drove around the country with his 10 doggies, raising money for animal rescues and things. And now he's got his own sanctuary. It's lovely.
It's
He's posts
amazing.
something really fun every day. I think he's got like a professional videographer and photographer now that kind of follows him around because that helps him raise money for the organization and stuff. It's just phenomenal. So Jessica and I are
Yes.
really into that. Jessica, what are you into?
I will give an Instagram suggestion, Gastro Obscura.
Okay.
And that is all kinds of different, rare, weird, neat foods and
No,
things.
doubt it.
And
I'm going to
you
doubt that.
guys know it's amazing. There's probably nothing that they have ever put up that Dana would ever even let touch her lips. But I have to tell you something. Well, first of all, you can learn about varietals you've never heard of. Like, for instance, did you know that there was a fruit that literally looks like a grape, but when you cut it open, looks like a kiwi inside? Do you see?
No, I do see that. That is actually really cute and fascinating.
Okay. So that's just one of a million things. Please look at Gastro Obscura. Oh, I'm sorry. I've shown you this before. I know. These are those insane baby glass gem corns. They're heirloom corn
Yes,
varieties.
I have some of those that I've got at the farmer's market up the street up here at what is it, Tapas or whatever, the
Uh-huh.
Topos Brothers.
Tapia Brothers.
Tapia Brothers, yes, and
Uh-huh.
I save them. Is that weird? Is that bad? But they don't stink or anything,
No, it's
and
amazing.
they look like jewelry to me.
No, they really do.
They're so pretty.
Please go to Gastro Obscura. I'm sending this to Dana right now to remind her to look at it. But they have now put a vending machine in Chicago
What?
that has like odd and rare foods in it, including black garlic, which you can buy at Trader Joe's dehydrated in a shakeable form. It's amazing.
That sounds
Black
good.
garlic, and I'm sorry, lion's mane mushrooms
Oh.
are one of the new things they've added to that vending machine. If I lived in Chicago, you best believe I'd be checking out that vending machine, okay?
Do you know that I've almost bought you a grow box of lion's mane mushrooms 6 times, and I keep going, and I'm not sure if she likes them
I
because they
like
sell them in that box.
every mushroom.
And I actually had seen them on Instagram for a while and then Fascinated by Fungi, which is one of our favorites.
Yes.
He actually talked about the boxes and said that they're pretty good. They grow easily and that they're pretty good.
That's
I
so
also
crazy.
looked at his website because I wanted to get you a t-shirt. I love supporting people. I love it so much, but I'm sorry. I don't think I've ever paid $27 for a t-shirt.
Is
Is
it?
that bad? Am I a cheapie?
You know what? It's not that you're a cheapie, but
If it was a
that is
sweatshirt,
that no that oh no, girl,
a
you're talking
sweatshirt or a
a
hoodie,
sweatshirt, you're
now we're
looking at
talking
60
50, but
bucks.
$60. I know, but not where I come from. I just bought a fantastic Caverns red shirt, sweatshirt hoodie for 19 bucks last year. And it's thick.
Let me tell you something. Unless you're buying like the basic tees at Target that are between $6 and $8,
Which is where it should be. Thank you very much.
all t-shirts that have been screened or printed with anything, I'm talking a minimum of $24.
That just
Anywhere.
seems outrageous to me.
Anywhere.
My level of
So
life
you're
pay
telling
has
me
not
that I
come
was
up
not worth
enough.
$27 for you to buy what I am imagining is a big old cap and it says tap that ass?
You are such a dirty bird.
That's what I'm picturing because he smacks all the mushrooms.
He's a big smacker. He's definitely dirty behind closed doors. I can feel it.
Oh,
No,
boy.
but it is a very cute t-shirt. It's purple and then it's a circle and it's got all these things and it says Fascinated by Fungi in the middle. I do like it. You may get it one day, but I'm sorry. $27. Especially it's a pandemic, sir. You can't cut 10% off. But I guess wherever he's getting them made, he's got to make his money
Also,
back.
he's not having it mass produced. It's very expensive. I know this from us doing it for Improv Utopia. To get a company to actually buy the actual shirts and then get someone to screen it,
I'm
it
sure.
ain't cheap.
I'm sure. I've never done that.
Especially unless you're buying thousands and thousands
That's
of
the thing.
units.
The only thing I've ever done for another project I worked on, we had merch, but we did it
Mhm.
where they make it when you buy it.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
and when you do it that way, we made no money. I think we made
Right.
$2 total. It was just about getting our brand and stuff out there. So you're probably right. I shouldn't be such a jerk. Especially because I do very much enjoy his content. It's very entertaining and informational. I'm trying to think. I know you're really into Squid Game. I haven't done that yet.
I'm already done with it. You better get on the train, girl.
I know. One of my girlfriends told me about it before it blew up. And she was like, I really think you would love it. I'm obsessed with it. And I was like, I will. But didn't we talk about this too? It's a little bit heavy at times. Am I wrong?
Oh, no, it's a lot of bit heavy.
Yeah, I don't know if I can handle heavy.
Yeah.
I mean, I just lost my mind over somebody giving me the bird on the freeway. So
it's a fascinating show. I know you would like it.
I know I would. All right. Now, we've gone way too long. This is a bonus show, apparently. Although, hopefully, you're going to cut out some of my rantings. But I've got a couple of things. I like to give you a point to ponder for the week. One thing I want to surprise you with, and I'll do that last, but this point to ponder is actually interesting, and I do want you to think about it. Sometimes I give you things to kind of creep you out, but today I really want you to ponder it. Okay? It turns out that faking happiness, which I would be willing to bet most of us do, can hurt your health. For a 2011 study published in the Academy of Management Journal, researchers looked at the behavior of bus drivers, a profession where people are required to have many friendly interactions throughout the day.
Wow.
I don't know. I've never been on a bus where the driver was nice to me, not since elementary school.
Right.
Anyway, they discovered that these people withdraw from their work while putting on a smile for show, and that it could have long-term deleterious health effects. Isn't that interesting?
Yep.
And then I also already talked about the smell of rain. Also, I saw one, I didn't even read it. I just took a picture of the headline because I'm going to get the information out there, but I didn't want to know. The size of your social circle is related to the size of your brain. Okay, I already talked about how I don't see people, so I'm like a parakeet over here.
Oh my God.
I got a little pea-sized brain. But here's the one that I think is so cool. Shakespeare. Wait, let me ask you. No, I already ruined it. I ruined it. Why am I so bad? Surprise. Jessica, did you know that Shakespeare invented the name Jessica?
No.
You don't think that's true?
No, I'm saying no. I mean, did he?
That's what this said. It's from bestlife.com. And it says, well, it can't be proven that he invented it per se. So I guess I overstated. But the first written instance of the name is found in the Bard's 1596 play, The Merchant of Venice.
Yes.
Shylock's Daughter, and Anglicization. You know what I mean? Anglicization. That's a lot of syllables. Of the biblical name Isca.
Huh. I did not know that.
It's named Jessica. Coming from Isca, the biblical name Isca.
Interesting.
The Merchant of Venice. I feel like you're going to dig harder into that. You seem
I sure am.
You seem skeptical. Man,
I do know that it's from the play, but I didn't know that he was. I know.
Not an attractive man, I don't think. I'm such a jerk. I'm literally turning into my father. I scold him constantly for watching commercials and go, boy, that's a weird looking lady. Stop it. And no, I'm doing the same thing. Shakespeare, oof, not easy on the eyes. May have wrote a good play or two, but not easy on the eyes. What a monster. Jessica, I love you.
I love you too.
We're going to be back next Tuesday. We'll probably be here for 12 hours. We'll see you next week.
We will. Thank you guys so much.
Bye.
Bye. Happy Halloween.
Happy spooky dookie. Real quick, you guys look on TikTok and find that video of the ghost that takes the dog's collar off. It lifts the dog up and takes its collar off. It's on TikTok. Find it. Bye.